And we're back. Part 2, Episode 4. There's a mountain coming upon us here. You'll be coming around the mountain. Wind come. Nope. I don't know. Anyway, we're back. And I'm going to go right to Pedrin. There is an expanding stone wall erupting at you. You hear the halfling scream as he gets crushed by this. And
damn.
in front of you, you have 4 elven guards who have drawn their swords and shields. They're just like, wait a minute. I think we... And there's a door open behind them. There's a danger in front of you, and there's a danger behind you. What do you do?
Okay.
You have a temporary glide power, but you are in a small ceilinged room, so it's not really an effective thing here.
Against my better judgment, due to all this craziness and elemental stuff, I'm going to use it again.
I was hoping you'd say that. I don't know why.
Do what you know.
So I can glide. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a very powerful air burst.
Oh, shit.
And I'm going to try to burst out of this and just glide away.
Did you get your experience marked from last time, by the way?
Gonna glide past everyone.
Oh, yeah. I got 3 experience this session so far.
What'd you say, Leo? What'd you say, Virgil?
I was just saying you're gonna glide past everyone in your like human bird form
Yeah.
with like the aid of your wind.
Yeah, I love it. I love the idea. So please, roll plus wisdom. Let's see what happens.
I mean, that's truly terrifying.
Of course, I am amazing at controlling the elements.
You are amazing. And let me get the
I'm
right.
shape-shifting now.
So what's your choice? And I'll put this so people can see if they were wondering from last time. The effective desire comes to pass. You avoid paying nature's price. You retain control.
You know what? Let's avoid a tornado, and I'm gonna avoid. I'm gonna retain control, and the effect I desire comes to pass.
You said you're going to retain control and what? Oh, the effect you desire comes to pass. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't want to create like a tornado or something.
Okay.
Last thing we need.
I like how this is potentially a tornado of rocks.
Yeah.
So you just like...
You know what? Let's...
it shows like a close-up on your face. If we go anime style here and your eyes are like shifting back and forth, it's like up this close and you're like... and we see like just... We look at back and then we're looking at a still shot from outside the arena, the double doors. And then we just hear a scream and a... Wah! And the whole wall explodes, and these 4 elven bodies come flying out, and you fly in there being pushed by air, followed by stone erupting in this like tornado-ish whirl around you, and you just burst through. Are you using your ability to glide at this point too?
Yes.
Okay. And you get flung like up and over like the next couple buildings and find yourself landing on a roof. Will you defy danger for me with your constitution to endure the landing as you come down hard? Shoot, son. Why'd you do that? Why did you do that?
You gotta toughen up, GM. You should be happy every time someone fails. You're playing it wrong. Like you're trying to win. Remember.
Oh yeah.
If we die, you win.
Oh, that's right. I need another W on my belt here. Okay, let me put a notch. Anyways,
You've been doing terrible. You haven't killed anybody.
let me give you a.
How many people have we killed?
You've killed a lot.
A lot.
You murderers.
Our KD ratio is insane.
And mine's just building up.
Mm-hmm.
You might have the highest
Literally.
body
Like
count.
a mountain.
You might have the highest body count right now, Pedrin, with the wind and the stone and the wind again. Okay, well let me give you
And the griffins.
let me give you another hard choice. As you're coming down onto the top of this building, you see there's a group of halflings playing cards. They would be a very good cushion to your fall if you landed on them, or you can land on the stone next to them and really get hurt. So what's it gonna be?
Yeah. I'm gonna avoid hurting more people.
Yeah, really? Okay.
Yes.
So can you roll a... Will you roll a
I've
d8?
harmed so many people today. Sorry.
That's fine. Will you roll a d8 plus 1? Did you come down hard?
Oh, good.
That could have been bad.
It could have been.
You just come down and hit, and this huge burst of wind just blows out, and it blows the halflings, the table, their cards, and their money over. And they're just like, whoa! And they don't fall off the building or anything, but they fall in a pile. And as you stand up and brush yourself off, you notice that you are continually, it's not like you're flatulent or anything, but you are continually exuding forces of wind from your body in about a 5-foot radius around you. It's like it's heavier than a breeze. It's enough to blow papers and cards and stuff like that off tables. It's like opening your window on both sides of the house and having that really good draft come through. It's like that, and it keeps happening as you've paid nature's price, and the wind power sticks with you.
You got 2 open windows, and you can't shut them. You're just blowing.
Yep, you blow, sir. Just kidding.
Constant gale.
You're constant gale. That's
gonna draw a lot of attention.
So let me ask, because Leo said this between breaks. Leo is leveling up. Let me ask.
And his feathers, your like head feathers, are probably fluttering like crazy.
You do always,
Yeah, and all my cloth clothes are just like.
You always look cool, like you're in the wind. Like you always have that. So that's going for it. You got that cool wind blown effect going on always.
I like how he has like the Marilyn Monroe effect going on.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I want to know. So I know where Leo is for the moment. What is going to happen with Sanguinius and Pedrin at this point? Like, what's their next goals? What are their next things to do?
Get to safety.
Kill this orc and then
You describe exactly where they are and what the part their problem is, and then ask them to react.
Okay, yeah. So you have 4 halflings picking themselves up, like going, "What's the matter with you? What are you? Who are you? You are so weird." And they're like, "Someone call the guards. What is going?" And they're like, they look over and like, "What's going on there?" And there's this pyramidal mountain of stone, like just devastating the arena, both. And Sanguinius, you're almost being pushed out. Like you can try to go in, but the arena's disappearing. But as you're getting pushed out into the street, so you're out there with most everybody else getting out. Guards are getting out. Pedrin, you're on the rooftop with these halflings. They're like pointing at you, pointing at this mountain that's forming. What do you guys both do?
I am looking around to see if I see anyone. Priority number 1, to see if I can find that orc. Priority number 2, and these are in order. Priority number 2 is to see if anyone needs help or is buried under the rock from like a cursory glance. And priority number 3 is to get back to my compatriots.
There's no way you see the orc unless you go in there, but you're threatened to be crushed by this ever-growing, magically grown stone at this time.
Oh, it's muted. That's a perfect situation for a discern realities. When you closely study a situation, roll plus whiz.
I have forgot about that. Thank you. I know we haven't used that one
Okay.
much. Let's discern those realities. Thank you, Virgil.
All right.
I appreciate it.
So wisdom, I got a 10.
You may ask, I think 3 questions.
Okay, let me pull up the moves.
Page 68 in the actual Dungeon World book, or right in the beginning on the regular character sheet book. I mean, actually, that's
Okay. I get 3 questions. So, who's really in control here? I want to know who's in control of these stones that are just rapidly multiplying like Furbies or something.
I'm not in control.
It is nature. It is nature that is in control, or something beyond magical. But it's definitely not any person that you can discern from any one person. Because as we know, Pedrin definitely gave up control on that one, so he is not in control.
I gave the control baton to Mother Nature herself. She's angry.
Okay, next question. What is about to happen?
You know it's not an evil wizard doing it, right?
Yeah.
It's true.
Yep.
I mean, it's not like I can run up and stab Mother Nature, though.
But still. It's info.
Sure. My next question is, what is about to happen, just so I can get a clearer picture of like what I need to do.
Whatever the wherever the wood part of this structure was, I mean, is about to collapse. The entire arena is about to just fall in on itself, and the stones that are building up, most likely, as even if whether they keep multiplying or not, are going to just tumble out of this huge pile as the stone crumbles, and it's just going to go all over, probably for a better part of a good half a block or so in every direction. It's just going to be like an avalanche of stone going everywhere. So it's not safe to be nearby, should we say.
Okay. I don't know if you want to count this as a question, but I figure I might as well ask either way. I assume that the arena does not comprise the whole of this town. Like, there's more town outside of the arena.
Oh, a lot.
Like houses, and is the gold production facility outside of this arena?
Yeah, it's still several blocks away. It's like 3 or 4 maybe. Yeah.
Okay. If I may, my last question then is, I guess I kind of want to bend the question, what here is useful or valuable to me, in order to find a safe exit for both myself as well as the other people who were here. Not the soldiers, I don't care about them, but the other people who are unarmed who got tossed into the arena somehow.
Those people have cleared the location. It's really just yourself at the moment.
So I think that it's perfectly valid to say, use the question, what here is useful or valuable to me, and then append to get me and everyone out, right?
Sure, yeah.
He's doing a more specific slightly than the question.
That's fine.
What here is useful, like, for that? If there's like a net, like, that would be useful for like catching an animal later, but that's not what he's looking for.
Most people are cleared, but for you, the thing that is to escape would be probably to duck down some alleyways to protect.
Can he tell which way the thing is gonna go when it like?
It's probably gonna go. It's probably gonna. I almost picture it going north, and but spreading out from there. So your probably the best way is to go west, east, or south in between buildings, so that you can just avoid the rocks falling. There we go. I like that.
All right. In that case, since I see that pretty much everyone is gone, I don't see the orc anywhere. I'm going to go ahead and book on through to some alleyways, and I guess defy danger in order to try and slip out here.
You may. If you would like, you can defy danger. I would say, let me look here. By powering through or getting out of the way.
You're about to actually get killed by falling rocks. I've never had that happen for real in a campaign.
I would say getting out of the way or acting fast. So I think that's going to be a plus dex.
Okay.
I mean, unless you need to, Lucas, you need to say, the rocks start falling all around you. What do you do? So that he can say, I run out of the way, or I grab something and hold it above my head, so you can like allow him to explain what he's doing and then decide what to do. So the order of operation. So rocks fall, right? What do you do?
Rocks are falling, and they're not falling straight out of the sky, but they are coming down in an avalanche, and they're almost rolling towards you in a wave. So there you go. How do you avoid that? Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to put away my hammer and my sword because they're not really going to serve me very well against rocks. I'm going to take out my shield and I'm going to kind of hold it behind me as I'm running out and hope to Damas that Heterin can get out as well.
So you're pulling out your shield and enduring?
Yeah, I guess so.
Like you're gonna let the rocks like roll around you and try to like brace against the impact?
No. I guess it would be dexterity still because I'm going to try and run off. I'm just trying to. If I see any rocks falling, I'm going to try and block them off with my shield as I'm running.
Well, so you could be getting out of the way fast, but I can see you also Enduring, but enduring might be more if you're just standing there. So I'll
I went ahead and rolled Dex, and I got a 9 on it.
There we
Yeah,
go.
I would say that one of the most dangerous things about running while there's falling rocks would be not being dexterous enough. But I agree that standing still would switch it.
Okay.
9.
Alrighty.
Partial success on the Defy Danger.
Stumble, hesitate, or flinch. You're running. You're almost into an alley, and you miss a rock, and that rock clocks you in the head, which causes you to stumble and fall. And you're right in the doorway of this building, and more rocks are about to flood around you as the stone seems to be almost growing and still expanding and flooding. And so I need to give you a choice. Do you want to duck? You want to stay outside the building and endure the rocks rolling over you, or do you want to jump into the building as the rocks roll over it and maybe trap you inside? It's just a random building. You have no idea what else is inside it. You're just in front of a shop of some sort.
You said that the door was open. Do I see any people or persons inside?
Let's see. You see one elderly man. It's just like, close the door. Something's coming. He's some old human dude, and he's got all kinds of trinkets and weird little doodads and like glass jewelry and we'll say it's like a jewelry shop. It just came to me. So he's like, "You're letting the draft in." I'm like, no, Petron's not here. What? No, just kidding.
I guess in that case, I'll dive on in and I guess potentially trap myself, but I'll make sure and like as soon as I roll in, like I don't even get up. I just like roll in sideways. Mm-hmm. And I like take the shield and bash it against the door and try to put some weight behind the door so that it doesn't open up.
Okay. And the windows and the doors, like the windows smash as the rocks roll past. But
I want to just as that was a Defy Danger and a partial success, right? Mm-hmm. So what was the outcome?
Either be outside to endure or be trapped inside. At least of now.
All right. Well, I'm just curious, like whether you think that's like an ugly choice or a hard bargain or a worse outcome.
I just want to know which way he was going to go because I still plan on having the rocks follow. It's either he's outside getting run over by him or inside being pushed back by him. And
all right. Well, I highly suggest that when someone's like avoided something like the rocks, but then they've avoided the rocks, and that they shouldn't have to continue doing so, and that when you have a threat that you need to make to someone, you should just make a new threat, the guards or the orc, or maybe the escaped Cyclops or something like that, so that he's not gonna have another roll versus rocks.
Yeah.
Like he just did that. So you're just setting up another roll for rocks, which is not a very great storyline. Nope. Rocks and then rocks again in the next scene.
No, that's okay.
And having him being able to jump inside isn't much of a hard choice or a worse outcome. That's just him getting away from the rocks. That's like a 10 plus. If he got a 10 plus, I would be like, all right, you can jump inside of a house. There's an old man in there. I would have done the same thing you did on a successful roll.
Okay.
So I was just curious as to what you thought the downside of his partial success was, other than he's safe inside with an old man.
I was going to say, he's not exactly safe with the old man, but it depends how you view old men as far as when you're in there trespassing in their shop. As you turn around with your shiny armor of Damas, and this dude's holding like a knife and is feeling very threatened by you. The rocks have rolled past, blocking out the sun, and it totally cut off the front entrance of the store. And you turn around, and this guy is like, he's like, all right, I don't know what you and what black magic you're bringing in here, but you got about 3 seconds to tell me what you're doing before I gut you like a pig. And I want you to pause right there as we go back to Pedrin.
Okay.
I want to know what he's doing on this rooftop, and then I'm going to jump back to Leo because I want to know what he's been doing He's been leveling up as well. But we'll get to that in a second. Pedrin.
Are the stones still growing?
Yep. You watch the arena collapse under its own weight, and these stones just flood like in all four directions, and you're just like, what the hell?
Okay. Well, I'm scared to see what happens if I fail this roll. I'm gonna try to contain this. Well, I'm gonna try to end this like stone thing, and I guess that'd be elemental mastery again. And I hope I don't miss, because a miss is not like you miss all three. It's a catastrophe happens.
Yeah, it is. Go ahead.
So, okay.
Choose two.
Okay.
Hey, wait, you're gonna
Choose one.
How are you? How are you trying to? What is your effect that you're trying to do? And with what element? What are you trying to do? Are you just trying to like seize the stone and stop it? Are you trying to use water to block it or dissolve it? Like what's your what are we trying to see here?
Yeah. I'll use water actually.
You can use the stone again to stop the stone. You can use other elements, fire to melt it. I don't care. I'm curious.
Yeah, I'll because I've been using stone and air so much, I kind of want to use the other elements just for fun. But I'm going to use water to soften it, so while it's expanding, it's not going to like crush everyone. It's going to be a bit slick, but
You trying to dissolve the stone?
yeah, I'm trying to dissolve it all.
I just want to ask. You tell me. Okay.
Yeah, no, that's what I meant. Sorry.
Okay, that's fine. So now you got to pick. Oh man, you only get to pick one.
Pick one.
What are you gonna do?
Fact I desire comes to pass.
Okay, Leo. So you're sitting in the bar, and you've been smoking some good tobacco and having some good, 9% by volume alcohol, feeling pretty good, and you see someone come in.
Me and the guy across the bar have started a smoke ring competition. Just silently, he blew one. I blew like a slightly nicer, bigger one. And now it's pretty cloudy in here.
Do you want to charisma off again to see who does better smoke rings?
Yeah, me and this guy are starting to get some sort of relationship going, but I'm not sure what kind of relationship.
I expect they'll be married by the end of the session.
Or he'll kill me because I look better smoking than him. No, he still barely defeats me in the smoke ring competition.
I love it.
This guy's way better at smoking than Leo.
I don't know what to say to this. Wait, I can't even find the screen I'm looking for. Come on, Luke. Okay. It's like Gandalf versus Bilbo, but I would say it's almost like two Gandalfs, but one Gandalf's just slightly better than the other Gandalf. So, fantasy name generator. Let's do fantasy names. Okay.
Yeah, I do like a little animal, and he does like a tiger that comes and like eats my cloud animal with his cloud.
He's a smoke druid.
Yeah.
All right. Let me get people's names.
Little does anyone know, he's secretly an elf.
So what I'm gonna do for my level up is I'm gonna take 1 in intelligence,
Okay.
which will actually bump me up from a +0 to a +1 for my int rolls, which is
Sounds
great. And then I'm gonna take what was it called? Shoot first. You're never caught by surprise. When an enemy would get the drop on you, you get to act first instead,
Okay.
which is freaking amazing.
Yep.
Really good.
So, and when I forget that, you just tell me, remind me, please. Go. Oh, I don't. I have uncanny dodge right now. Please.
If I remember, that is.
Yes.
I nearly died in my D&D game because I completely forgot that my monk got evasion at 7th level.
That's what
And I was very upset when I realized. I was like,
It'd make me pace around just like hitting my fist in my hand and just be like, no, a lot. Yeah. It's the kind of thing that I would do. It's hard to keep track sometimes of all the things, especially if it's Pathfinder. You're just like, hold on, let me check page 36 of my character sheet to see if I have that ability. Yeah, anyway, I'm getting off track here. Leo, you see a familiar woman walk in. It's Malin. She walks in and she's looking around. She looks at the only two dudes in the bar, and after like quickly looking at the other guy, she's like, and she comes over and she sits at your table. She's like, Leo, you made it here.
Aye, and I got some outfits. We're gonna sneak right into the gold manufacturing facility. Ruin the whole place. I'm pretty happy with myself.
She's like, you're like cheesy grinning it. It's like, man, look.
Sorry about the boob thing, but I had to get out of there. I really appreciate, all the help. Can I buy you a beer? She
goes, that would be great, and don't worry about it. And also, she slaps you across the face, and then she's like, but we're good. We're even now. Thanks for the beer.
I got like a big red, like very clear 5 fingers on the face.
Oh yeah. I think when the other smoking dude like sees this beautiful woman like look at both people and then choose to sit with you, he kind of like nods his head, kind of like
good job, sir.
Good job. You won this round. And she said, she's like, I don't know if you're gonna have to worry about that right now, or at least that, because I don't know what's happening, but how do I say this? The entire arena is grown into a mountain of stone that's spilling into the streets. The entire place is destroyed. People are running and screaming. Let me ask you, the elf, my kin, that was with you, what exactly does he do?
He likes to be a hawk, and
okay.
Such. Why do you ask? I can't remember. You had just got this skill.
Yeah,
I don't think I've seen you use it because I left right before you did the wind thing.
Well, I've also used it once to open the chest that you messed up. Well, you didn't open with your lockpicks.
Right.
You did it with the wagon. That was the first time.
Like this. That was like a more successful thing.
Yeah.
So I'm like, Jesus. I would have no idea what to do, but I run outside with my beer.
And she runs out with her beer too, because I mean, you bought it for her. Yeah.
And can I see the mountain from here? Is it just like
you're several blocks up? Yeah. You see it at the point where it collapses and makes a huge rumbling sound. Like, yeah, that.
How did I miss this?
She's like, I don't know what he did exactly, but he used like wind or something to push people aside so we could get out of the building, but it ended up making me tumble into the pit. I don't think he did it on purpose, but he seems to. I don't know. It might not be him, but I think it might be Oresha, the sorceress, but I didn't see her.
Yeah, I'm like obviously it's the evil sorceress doing this horrible thing. I mean, it's plain logic. Mm-hmm. Use your brain, little one. Anyways, hold on a second. I just like jump behind like a barrel or something and start like ripping my clothes off, and I'm gonna put on one of these outfits of the workers.
Okay.
And I'm like, this is perfect distraction. We need to find the others. And I run back down towards the death pit, looking for any animals that shouldn't have feathers on their heads but do have feathers on their heads.
She's running after.
Or just regular elven Pederin is fine too. Either one of those things I'm looking for, and Sanguinius.
She's like, I told Sir Sanguinius to meet us at the stool. She's like running after you. You both have your beers with you. She's like, she slashes all over it, splashes down her, and she throws it. She's like, oh, fuck it. She goes, I told him to meet us there, but I don't know what happened to him.
Okay, I'm going to use a use of my adventuring kit, and I'm going to pull out let's see, like some chalk, and I'm gonna write on the wall of the bloody stool our holy symbol, and then I'm gonna draw a coin, like their little coin next to it.
Okay.
And then I'll leave, and that's enough for Sanguinius to figure out where I've gone.
And this is the part where you see, as the stone like is growing and coming at you, it suddenly stops and it sounds peaceful for a second, and then
And at the very top is standing the orc. He just happened to be on the middle that went up. No.
he's just looking up like
Yeah.
the wind's blowing. No. Yeah. Let me hold on one second. Dang it! I I was in the middle of a thought. That was middle. Let me go back.
If you want a theme to where I'm getting this water from, it's from the clouds.
Yes, that helps.
Yeah. So I'm kind of drawing the moisture from all the clouds.
So, where the heck did the what page is that on? I cannot ever find it. The Elemental Mastery.
So what your
There it
effect
is.
was? What you're going to dissolve it down with the power of erosion?
Oh
Yep.
gosh.
Nice.
And I do not retain control, and I pay neutral choice.
So the clouds have grown very dark and ominous as you get done drawing and you turn around and you're like, interesting. And they turn black and become so heavy that they literally drop. It's almost like a geyser going down instead of up. Like, and the geyser is probably like, I don't know, 50 feet wide, and its radius. I'm sorry, at its diameter. That's what I want to say. And it just comes pouring down, like it shoots from the cloud and comes down and just erupts into the mountain of stone. The stone splashes everywhere. And now not only do we have stone that's laying there, but water is just rushing over it, just coming down in a geyser. And you and Malin are just sitting there going,
No, I'm not. I'm definitely not sitting there doing that. I'm definitely getting up on a rooftop. Yeah, out of the way of all the like water and flowing rocks that might be coming my way. So I would like to scramble up on a roof as the mountain is pressure washed by the sky.
mm-hmm.
And I'm also like, quick, get up here. It'll be safer on the roofs. There'll be mudslides and everything. But that must be the sorceress doing battle against Sanguinius. We've got to get over there. So I'm running, leaping rooftop to rooftop, directly towards the center of the storm.
As you help her up on the roof, she's like, hold on a second. And she grabs like your rapier dagger out of your holster and like cuts her dress down between her legs on both sides so that it's like easier to run rooftop to rooftop.
Yeah.
And then she puts it back. She's like, let's go. And then she's suddenly like, badass running with you and rooftop to rooftop, I'm going to come back to Petter in a second, but let me jump to Sanguinius. You have this old man, and you have this rock. It's tumbled past.
Can I real quick?
Yeah.
Just like in my mind's eye, like even though I could see the mountain, and I don't like in my mind's eye, Sanguinius and like the sorceress are on top of the mountain, like doing battle. Really, he's like in some guy's like glass shop.
Man, that's actually a really good scene setup, but I can't force it in there.
But too bad it isn't real. We playing God mode.
You're like, wait, how do I control it? These weather dials don't make any sense. This GUI is worthless. How do I down?
Oh no, I didn't want pressure wash it.
Sanguinius. This old man comes
Yes.
around the counter. He's got this really sharp-looking dagger, really nice and polished. He's an old human. He's got like whiffs of white hair on both sides, like tuft sticking up right here, but otherwise he's bald. And he's like, "Listen, sonny boy, I don't know what dark magic you're bringing to my city. What? But you're in my house." He goes, "You tell me exactly what you're doing here before I slit your throat." Actually, he said gut you like a pig last time, but anyways, we're picking back up where we left off. What say you back?
He has like his shield behind him, and he's like bracing the door to try and prevent any of like the rocks and now water, which he doesn't entirely know about at all yet.
Almost, not yet.
It's
Just
probably
wait.
getting in.
a white noise though, right? You know when there's like so much water that it just goes.
Yeah.
It's happening. It's coming.
And this is a 50-foot pressure thing.
Yeah, I probably just hear the rocks for right now, and I'm like, "Hello there. My name is Sanguinius Titanium. What is your name?"
He goes, "My name is the man who killed Sanguinius Titanium. If you don't start explaining what you're doing in my shop." or Bob, but what doesn't matter.
Well, Bob, it is nice to meet you. St. Gwynner's Titanium has had a hell of a day today. And let me tell you, it may only get worse. And I listen behind me and I hear the rushing water and I'm like, I believe this structure may no longer be safe. And this is of no fault of mine, I assure you. We should get to higher ground. And I'm going to try and run up, grab him. I'm not going to try and harm him, but I'm going to try and grab his arm and twist it around him and kind of pull him back first into me and lift him up. And then try to go up some stairs if I can.
So you're going to kind of disarm him and take him with you.
Not necessarily disarm him, but he's holding it like this. I'm going to try and grab it and pull him around into me. So I guess that would probably be a defy danger with dexterity.
Yep, that's exactly what I was thinking.
All right.
Dislocate his shoulder.
Hopefully, if I was using strength, I might. But yeah,
Because
Just break his arm.
That's worst of our problems right now.
You just break his arm off. Oh, not bad.
I got an 8, so not too bad.
Okay.
Look here.
He's like, no, this is my shop. You worshippers of Damas don't belong here. And so you
Sir, the lights will prevail. Just come with me.
He's pretty spry and pretty strong for a man that looks like he's 70. And as you twist him around, he tries to jerk free and stab you. So he's either going to stab you or you're going to bust his arm in order to twist him away painfully so he doesn't stab you. So either you get stabbed or it's a broken arm.
I guess I get stabbed. I'm not gonna try and attack an innocent.
You got all right. Is your let's see, is your mission still on? I think your mission
What's old man damage? 1d20?
Yes.
Because they have so much experience, right?
Right.
Well, I think it's about this time.
I mean, their kill death ratio is pretty high.
Pretty high, yeah.
He sinks the dagger deep into your throat, actually on the other side where the broken off shaft of the arrow now is. And as you stand there with a dagger in one side and the shaft of an arrow on the other, not taking any damage because you're immune to piercing, he just steps back and he's like, "Oh, by the gods, by Wola, you're some demon of Damas. No, leave me alone. No." And he runs behind him, and there are stairways that go up to his rooms upstairs, but there's also a back door that he goes towards. What do? He goes to the back door and he opens it, and he's trying to get out. You also have a dagger sticking out of your neck, just so you know.
Yeah, I take, I guess I can't keep a hold of him, and I take the dagger out of my neck, I look at it, and I say, I hold it blade down, I'm holding the blade and the handle's up here, and I hold it out to him, and I say, I do not wish to harm you, sir. I only wish for us to, and the door probably busts open with water pouring in, carrying stones. I'm just trying to avoid that. Let us go, come on.
He opens the back door, and the same thing happens, and stones and water crush him. And he's like, what? Ah! And the front door bursts open with water and stone, but as the stone comes in, it starts turning into smaller stone, and then into rocks, and then into sand as it comes in a muddy basically turning into a mudslide now. But it's coming in and it's already almost knee deep on you. And as you're sitting there going, what the hell? Let me jump back to Pedrin pretty quick. Let's see what time it is. Okay, we're getting close. But man, it's just nonstop, boom, boom, boom. And Pedrin, let's see, you were on the rooftop still, and you were blowing wind around yourself. Your desired effect came to pass. The stone is no more, and the water comes down, and the clouds are draining out. You see that you can feel that the water is going to end pretty quick. Yeah. So what do? I still have something I have to throw at you, but I'm still thinking on that.
You should do that now. Never wait. You can't wait. You have to do it right away.
I'm still trying to think of what I want it to be.
Just make it up right now. You don't have time.
Time.
Give him damage. Roll against him. If you don't know what to do, roll damage against someone. Like it's like punishment for you for not thinking of something more interesting. But you have to do something right away. You can't just wait.
You find that you find you're very worn out, and I'm gonna take you find yourself being confused first of all. So I want you to check the box under confused, as your wisdom is drained and you find yourself tired. You also find the fact that the only thing you can do is keep using this power for the time being, because it's all you want to do, is keep using the elements. So
so I can still use the elements.
You can still use elemental mastery, but that's the only power you can use right now out of your druid powers.
Good, because I have another elemental mastery.
So yeah, you can't shapeshift right now. You're just like, I just want to keep using the elements. And these halflings...
So I'm curious. We're both on the rooftops. Can I see him from where I am, where I'm running?
Let's see.
I mean, it's always a great idea to, as soon as you can, put party members together.
I've been wanting them to get back together, yes.
Well, that's why I got up on a rooftop, because Pederin was on a rooftop. So I made it very easy for you to say, Pederin, you see Leo running on the
As
rooftop.
you're thinking what you want to do, Pederin, all these 4 halflings stand up and they're like pushing against the wind, and they all pull daggers. And from behind them, you see Leo land on the rooftop that's right across from that building, with Malin in tow. Leo, you jump on the rooftop and you look, and you see like this awesome wind effect around Pederin. He's standing there, but he's glowing with this raw elemental power. He doesn't even notice it about himself. He looks like he's crackling lightning around him, just slightly, and wind's like just blowing stuff off the rooftops. And he's just sitting there. Looks like he's almost lost up here somewhere. And Malin's like, oh gods, I don't think it was Oresha. What do you do?
I say to her, distract the halflings. I'll get Pederin. And I'm just gonna go like swoop him up bodily. Has everything like washed past now? I was kind of planning on like surfing, have I got past the point? Okay, so there's like the water dumping down, right?
Mm-hmm.
On top of the rocks.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like down here running over, got up on some rooftops.
Mm-hmm.
And this way is where the gold manufacturing is, right?
Probably. Yeah, it's far enough away.
I ran in the opposite direction, I'm pretty sure.
Yes.
So I want to get over there so that when all the detritus and stuff is washing down, that there's like total chaos down at the manufacturing place.
It's heading that way.
I grab Pederin and try to rush in that direction to like catch up with the surging water that's heading towards the
Let me ask you a question. Are you using the last hold with what's her name to distract the halflings?
Yeah. I'm gonna distract the halflings so that both of us can get out of there.
You both jump onto that rooftop together, and I'm gonna come right to you, Pedro, in just a second. Leo lands right in front of you and is grabbing you by the shoulders, right? And you see Malin's just like, "Hey boys, this worked last time." And you don't know what she's doing, but you can assume you know what's happening. And your response, Pedrin. I mean, Leo's what? You're trying to grab him and
Yeah, I'm grabbing you, shaking you, come on, we've got to get out of here.
Go ahead.
I'm not going to resist him grabbing me, but...
Okay, so I'll drag him away from all these halflings.
I'm still talking, sorry.
No, go ahead.
But I'm still trying to maintain control of the situation because, well, I'm in this just kind of state of just elemental craziness.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I'm going to start trying to make the water current go away from the city.
With what element and how?
Water. I'm basically controlling the direction of the water.
You're put what direction? Like all directions, just push it away?
You should push it all towards the manufacturing plant.
Mm.
Yeah. Oh, crap.
Aresha suddenly sees the body of an orc drift by.
So, yeah, I'm gonna start pumping the water into the manufacturing.
Okay, so you're confused though with your wisdom, right? You got the -1 on. All right. So
Yeah.
Leo grabs you and while Malin's distracting the halflings, you start you're going along with Leo, like Leo's guiding you to the edge of the rooftop, and there's definitely some wood debris going by. So if you guys want to pull off an epic surfing on the mudslide scene,
I want to jump down with him. Like I imagine that I have to get the arm over the shoulder thing, and then we wait for the floating thing, and then we just kind of roll off together onto a piece of rooftop, or maybe it's a piece of the wall of the original building that was under the mountain.
all right.
Yeah.
Before you roll that, Pedrin, that roll, I want to come back to Sanguinius. What do? Do you go upstairs?
Oh, go ahead. Swelling.
Yep.
I want to use I guess a defend action or defy danger, one or the other. I have a question.
Those get assigned by the GM after your description.
Yeah. What do you want to do? Or what's your?
Oh, okay. So what I want to do is I want to rush over, grab the old guy, I guess from behind because the stuff came rushing at him as he opened the door. He's
crushed.
Huh?
He got crushed.
Like blood and bone everywhere.
Yeah,
crushed.
The rocks as they came in just smashed him, and he just got crushed down by the weight of it.
Oof.
Did he also stop all the rocks from coming in?
Well, yeah, they dissolved as they hit him.
Being crushed?
His spry body became a wall for just a moment, just long enough. Thank you.
God, Sanguinius is feeling like a bad luck charm at this point.
It's not you. It's someone else in your party, but it's not you.
Well, that's 2 people who have died who he said he would protect, and that's 2 out of 3 now. So, fuck. He's looking around. I guess really he just decides to go upstairs, and he throws the dagger down because it's not his. And he goes upstairs and looks to see if there's anyone upstairs that he might need to stay away from, I guess, at this point.
It's a nice furnished room. You go upstairs and you see that it opens up to a back balcony where the door is actually open to let the breeze in. And you walk upstairs and you see this, and you go out to the edge of the door and you're looking around, and this mud flow is coming past you. And that's when you see coming your direction this big plank of wood. Let's say Titanic. And yes, both Rose and Jack could fit in the door. It's like that. But there's actually room for 3 because here comes Pedrin and Leo floating by on this big, huge wooden structure. And as you come out and you just see them coming in your direction, they're going to come and flow right past your building. What do you do?
I imagine we have a pretty large crest of water behind us as well.
Oh, yeah.
Pushing us in the direction of the refinery.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the wind's still affecting us. Well, affecting me.
Yeah, no, it's getting me. It's just spraying water on me, probably.
Yep.
Yeah. I guess I kind of step back a couple steps and then running jump to land on the thing with them. So I guess defy danger with.
Can I use a use of my adventuring gear to pull out a rope to throw to him for a +1?
I would say that's absolutely fine. I was gonna let him.
Yeah, so I pull out a rope and try to lasso him to make sure I can drag him the rest of the way if he doesn't make it onto the plank.
I'm okay with that. Sanguinius, do you grab that rope that comes to you as you make your leap?
I guess so. I mean, there's no point in me staying here. Yeah, I go ahead and grab it. So I guess a +1 for his bond with me.
Is it an assist roll? You can add just +1 to your dex. I think to your defy danger dex roll.
Okay.
That would be all right with me, because there is still a leap in full plate armor. I know we're still doing some badass jumps, which we have been doing, but let's see how it works here.
All right, I'm gonna increase my dexterity temporarily.
Sure. Cat, what are you doing? Oh no.
I do terribly.
God.
Nope, that's XP.
It is some major XP. So
I've had a really bad day, and it keeps getting worse.
you jump about half the distance you're supposed to, and you splash into the muddy, thick water, still holding on to the rope. And Leo doesn't realize it, and he starts to get pulled in as well. And
God.
I think, let's see. Leo, can you defy danger to react?
Yeah, I am going to defy danger with my strength and just try to hold on so that I just drag him through the water like a fallen water skier.
It's going to be a skiing scene. Yes.
And yeah, maybe if we're going fast enough, he can pop up on his feet.
Okay.
Come on, baby.
Ooh.
Partial success.
Better than failure.
Okay. So,
Quick question.
yeah.
Am I able to see that he's having problems with this?
You went
Am I surf above the surface of the water to
I think
see
you
that
went
like I
down-
might pull him under?
and you're in the back and you're like coming up. Maybe your head's just coming above the water. Maybe for a second. Why do you ask? Or what are you thinking? Because I'm going to give him a real ugly choice in a second, but go ahead. What were you thinking?
If I see that he's having problems, I let go.
Okay. Well.
Okay.
Leo, you can try to hold. Okay. All right. Let's see. If you hold on to the rope, you go in with him. Pure and simple. You just go in.
Well, he let go. He lets go of the rope.
That's true.
So he goes, and I just go. No, like as he's like tumbled into like the water and stones.
Yeah, I just flip all over. It's very like Raziel in the fucking abyss, tossing and turning.
Oh God.
Meanwhile, I'm still in my elemental craziness.
Well,
It's like
I'm still in the avatar state.
so
yeah,
you
you're like making way for surfing, so you got to concentrate.
So you try to hold. Okay, so Leo, like as he lets go of the rope, you kind of fling back, right, and the rope goes over your head, and you're stumbling, trying to regain your balance. And you can either like bump into Pedrin, possibly knocking him off the boat, but you'll stay on, or you will have to once again try to stay on the boat. I'm calling it a boat, but I will say a raft, the driftwood. So who's struggling to stay on the boat? Dang it. The piece of driftwood.
It's a boat. Let's just say.
Yeah, I mean,
It's a raft.
If we name it, it's a boat, I think, and then hit like a thing of champagne.
Kristen.
Let's see here.
The SS fucking. Let's get the fuck out.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna come to Pedrin, and then that'll be right at the end. This is good. So Sanguinius is like, Leo's like, no, and Sanguinius is like, bye, and he sinks, and we don't know what happens to him.
I'm gonna try to stabilize myself on Pedrin.
So
I will. I'll grab onto him and try to like catch myself from falling off.
So Pedrin is like thinking about the next thing he's gonna do, and he gets slammed into from behind and lurches forward. Like Leo falls on the deck. Pedrin, you go fumbling forward. I need you to defy danger. Well, actually, you get hit and you start stumbling forward towards the edge of the boat. What do? There we go.
I'll defy danger and try to.
Never say the name of a move. Just describe your actions.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm just gonna try to clamber onto this piece of wood that we're trying to sail on and not fall into the water.
The trick is never assume there's going to be a roll, because if you describe something that the GM thinks isn't necessary to roll for, you won't have to roll. So announcing that you're going to defy danger just guarantees that something bad is going to happen to you.
Okay.
So you get hit from behind, like you were just about to do whatever you're gonna do, and you get hit from behind. You're like, whoa! And so what do you do to try to stay on? Well, exactly, we see, because like you get hit hard enough, and then you're suddenly like, I'm 5 feet away from the edge. I'm 3 inches from the edge. Uh-oh.
Okay. Actually, this is where I'm gonna just try. because I guess I am in my crazy elemental state. I'm not gonna hold on. I'm gonna I'm gonna still direct the water to where I want it to go. Just like midair.
Okay, I love it. So you just get flung midair out into the middle of. Well, it's going to be crazy in a second, right? And then you try to cast your direction of water.
Let's hope for no catastrophes.
All right, let's see it, bro.
Oh.
And as
this all.
Sanguinius sinks in the raft behind, Leo falls, and he's like Sanguinius, and he looks up and he's like, oh, Petterin, and Petterin flies in the middle of the air, and Petterin's just like, and he starts to like throw this magic, and something bad happens, but we're not going to find out what that is until 2018.
Oh, come on. Look at oh.
Ultimate.
Exactly what I